It's week 0. Okay.
Zero.
This is
Zero.
Seto. This is the third time or maybe second time we've tried to record. I got a little carried away with the functions of Zoom recently, and I tried to make us look like we were having a fireside chat, and it might have made the app explode.
You flew a little too close to the sun there, buddy.
I was
We know
having
what
a
our
lot of
bread and
fun.
butter is. We're not. You're trying to do a visual gag for a 99% audio pod, and that's what happens. So you
Yeah,
learned your
we didn't
lesson.
even have video last week because it kept skipping. It was bad. But there is going to be video this week. It'll
It
look
looks
good, trust
good.
me.
It looks good. It looks great.
But the question Yenzer asked right before we got cut off, basically 2 minutes into our conversation.
Mhm.
You asked,
Are
"Do
you
I
unhoused? Are you
am
one
I
of the
unhoused?"
many unhoused individuals?
I currently have a domicile.
Okay,
I
currently.
currently am under a dwelling.
Okay,
Uh,
for now.
I have a roommate lined up.
Okay,
The housing market in New York is actually bad.
not shocking.
With this new Fair Act and everything, they got rid of broker fees. Unfortunately, that means the majority of listings are off market, and you still have to pay a broker fee for something off market.
Mhm.
And if they're not off market and they're listed publicly, then the fee is already built in to the rent. And I was laughed off the phone from a realtor when I told him what my range was with a roommate. And he goes, "Do you see what's going on with the market right now?" And I was like, no. He was like, "All right, well, this act, da da da. And, if I get something cheap, I'll give you a call." And I'm like, oh, I think I'm screwed.
Another reason to get out of that hellscape. But continue. I'm
And
glad.
so,
I'm glad you
because
still
I
fight
think
that
I'm
fight.
screwed,
Hmm.
I called my current leasing office and was like, "Have you sold my place yet?"
Yeah.
And they have not. And
Hmm.
I said, "Hey, I have somebody." They're like, "Okay, have him submit his stuff." It's a day and a half, and he finally submitted it. And considering he'll never listen to this, I'll tell you right now. He asked me. He goes, "Hey, it says if I've ever been sued by a landlord, I should probably list that." And he goes, "I'm currently being sued." And I'm like, "Don't list that."
That's a smart move. I mean, this dude sounds awesome. I'm just going to say the fact that you're meeting a roommate that you've essentially probably never met, and
No,
he's
I know him. I
okay,
know him.
currently being sued by let me tell you, just somebody from inside the industry, it's probably going to pull. I don't know about that. Just probably going to show.
Yeah.
Little inside baseball for everybody. Yinzy F baby not getting by him.
Okay. Well, that's good. I hope that they don't look into it.
Yeah,
Because I would then be unhoused.
we'd hate that. We don't. We're not rooting for that. But we're looking forward to the update. You're still you're carrying the questionable tag from my bachelor party. Your little Q on the
Yeah.
fantasy football roster.
Yeah. Definitely
We're
questionable on the bachelor party. Definitely questionable in life right now. I'm scared.
we've known about this for months.
And we've tried to plan for it. And it's just hard. It's harder to find a roommate in New York than it is to find a date in New York. I'll be dead serious.
Well, honestly, yeah, most times because the roommate says race is going to last longer than 47 seconds. So it's usually the case.
There you go. And
There
that's
you go.
some people think that's more than enough.
No, I hear nobody complain that a roller coaster ride was too long. I don't hear that. I hear people say they enjoyed it.
That's
So
right. Are you
three
ripping
minutes.
the pin right now or is that a regular pin?
I'm not ripping a pen, regular pen. This is a Sharpie S gel pen, Cadillac of pencils and pens.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
Okay.
Uh, but no, I'm not hitting a vape. I have a whole assortment of treats over there for the party that you may or may not be attending. Do you know the financial bind you've put me in? I've quoted everybody at a certain number, and now
Yeah.
you have me in flux,
Yeah,
and
you
I
did.
look like an asshole. I'm gonna
No,
like
you don't.
I'm gonna have to go ask everyone else for an additional like $25. What a dick!
So so
What a dick! I'm gonna
here's
look like
what
a
I'm
dick.
gonna here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
If I'm unable to make the party,
Yes.
I'm gonna send you $100.
I think that's fair. And I'm gonna put it on a parlay, and I'm gonna win us 10 grand.
As long as you let me at least recoup my investment, that's all I care about.
I'll make you whole. I'll make you whole. So
So about this bachelor party coming
I
up,
want you there, though. I
I
need.
want to be there.
We need you there.
Also, what is this flight itinerary you sent me?
Listen, you
You
have
said 11:55 p.m. and you send me a flight that's 11:55 a.m.
AM Friday morning.
I can't do that. I have to work.
You're working Friday?
Yeah.
You're unbelievable. I don't. I can't fucking help you.
I
I
get
thought
out
you
at
said
2. I get out at 2. Half day.
We'll take this off air. Off air.
I
I thought,
I can't take more time off.
what have
I
you been
have
doing?
I have the hours. It's just that
Yeah.
I'm already gone Thursday, Friday of this week for a wedding. And so I can't go back to back not in office on Fridays.
Sounds like you're picking a lot of other people than me. That's all I'm saying. That's what a therapist
I'm
would
the
say. Is,
efficient at this wedding.
you know what? We make time for those we care about. That's all I'm saying. I'll leave it at that. I'll take my answer off air.
God. So this
Put me in a
flight
corner.
and everything, we're going to Asheville, North Carolina, hippie
Shout
town.
out.
Why are
Yep.
you wanting to go there?
A couple reasons. One, it's pretty centrally located for most of the boys.
Wrong.
Uh, Vegas is played out. Fuck
Vegas has
Vegas.
played out.
We've already done Cincy. We've already done Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Asheville, good weather,
Sure.
great breweries, great food, and there's some outdoor stuff. So if the boys want to go outside, get a little frisky, do a little rafting, do a little hiking, we'll see what it is. But I think, I think Asheville. Obviously, we're supporting the economy after the storm, after the hurricane hit it, pumping some funds in there, which we always love.
Sure.
But Asheville's a good town. I think as far as East Coast towns, if you're looking for a chill, God, we're in our 30s. We're not 22 anymore. We're not going down to Destin. Fuck Destin. It's a good spot for the boys. I think you've been there, right?
To Asheville, no.
You love it. It's like
I
it's a
know it's like it's a liberal enclave in North
you
Carolina.
love it. It's a Frankie Dimes town.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of girls that you're chasing down there, but you'll see some dreadlocks, which is fun. So nothing like a white girl with dreadlocks selling you like a $16 kombucha shot. But you know that's what's there. It's a good
Yeah.
town. I can't
And
even
by the way, there's some healing crystals in there too.
tons of heal. Oh my God, healing Chris. It's honestly, I will say, every time I go there, I have a great time. The people are great. The hurricane fucked up a lot of stuff, but it's a great town. It's a lot of fun. We need you there. We're gonna make it happen.
I'm
We're gonna
dealing
make
with a
it happen.
personal hurricane right now.
Well, you know what? I'm
I'm
your
calling
I'm your I'm your
FEMA and you're George Bush and me right now.
I'm your boat in the storm. I don't know what you're talking. I'm the only one that's trying to help you back up on the ark. Everyone else is pulling you down. I'm saying we got some room, baby. I'm pulling you up. But it's regardless. We wanted to you want to talk about some bachelor party things. What do you want to talk about?
I want to
Let's hear
talk about what you deem acceptable behavior on bachelor parties from the groom and also
it.
from his disciples.
It's a great that's a
I
great
want to.
question.
You like to play a game called Fair or Foul. I think we
Yeah.
should do that and list a handful of things and figure out if these things are acceptable or not.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch. And
Okay.
I think I'm a veteran of these. But listen, I'm in my 30s. I've been to these. I've gone from the young 20s bachelor parties to the old man to now we have kids to I don't know if this relationship's gonna last. I've done every sort of bachelor party you can go on. I'm a
Right.
I'm a veteran.
hmm
Okay, I'm the guy you want there. I'm not.
Nightlife general.
I'm just saying. Sometimes I'm the straw that stirs the drink, and sometimes I'm just holding the drink. Sometimes I'm just there to help.
Yeah.
But if you're looking, are you going to throw some things at me that are fair and foul, or do you want me to go at the things, the do's and don'ts?
No.
Or we can do
Well. I
both.
mean, listen. We can go back and forth. We can go band for
Okay,
band.
let's go band for band. Why don't you start us off?
Doing something. Just a general thing.
Mhm.
Not adhering to the groom's request.
I think at all times that's foul because it's the one thing where now is that like, hey, the groom wants to go to dinner at 8, and you guys all want to go out at 10 so you can party. What's the situation for things
Yeah,
like this?
something as simple as that, or something as simple, or something like, hey, groom really doesn't want to go to this venue. He'd rather go to the other venue.
I think in most times it's I think all and this is with Bachelor we can go to Bachelorettes next week, which is a huge fucking it's a whole different animal. It's a different thing.
Bachelorettes, it's
Listen,
nightmare.
there's not a single bachelor party that's happened where somebody didn't come home and hate somebody else in the group. Guaranteed. It's fucking
Just
they're
facts.
nightmare fuel. They're it's the worst thing you could do. You take 8 women that vaguely don't know each other and put them together for 3 days with a strict itinerary, and it's horrible. It's my reality show idea is I just film toxic bachelorette parties. It would do millions. People on Netflix would buy it for 2 billion, patent pending. But I feel like this. I feel like opinions are a good thing to get, but I feel like the groom gets veto power final say. I think that's it. It's his day. You only
Okay,
get one.
so you're saying the crew is like the House and the Senate, and then
Yes.
you're the president. You get to
Perfect.
veto it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. This is I'm 45, 47. I'm sitting up there and I'm saying I'm gonna listen to everybody. But no, I think that's a good way to put it. I think, like I said, I think you want to make
Forty-five,
sure, like, if you're like,
47, dude.
hey,
Dude,
if you go to the group,
45,
you're like, hey, the boys
47.
are
It's
kind of
his way or
feeling a
the
night,
highway, bro.
whatever. Maybe not the best comparison, but like if the boys like, hey, we really want a night out at the casino, and the groom's like, I don't know, and they're like, the boys need this, then you do it. You acquiesce. But I feel like at the end of the day, you got to do it the groom once, and I think with guys, that's never a big issue. Girls, whole other can of worms again. But that's my answer. I feel like the Bucks got to stop with the groom.
All right, fair enough. What do you got? You got one?
So I got some stuff. These are for the young bloods, and these for the people that there's some people that are maybe entering that time of their life where they're going to start going on a lot of bachelor. Maybe post college, you these ramp up.
I'm in. I'm
Uh,
in. I'm in the heat of it.
you're in the heat. You're right in the middle of it.
I had like a four
So
this year.
I'm gonna go with some don'ts. And there's two extremes for this. There's the guy that's his first bachelor party, and then there's the guy that has two kids, hasn't gone out in like 10 years, and they're both dangerous. They're both
Okay.
wild cards. You got to keep an eye on both of them. You're gonna have the kid that's never really drank with the big boys because this isn't college. The boys are pounding it. There's certain dudes in the mid 20s that hit their physical, sexual, alcohol prime, and
Sure. Yeah.
they can handle 12 beers and a couple of shots. And then you get that kid that's like 22 that's never ran with the big dogs. He wants to show out. He's not gonna last. And then there's the guy that's like he's been with his wife for 10 years and he hasn't seen a different pair of tits that wasn't on an 8-inch screen in years. And he's off the chain. He's feral. You got to rein those guys in. So there's somebody has to be able to just. It's like an SEC coach. We can't get too high. We can't get too low. So that kid that's 20, 22, 23, you got to be like, listen, ease into this. Let's have fun. And that guy that's 40, you got to be like, Gary, you got to hit your KPIs this quarter, buddy. Rein it in. Okay. We know you hate your wife, and both of those guys are dangerous. So don't be one of those guys. And that's the big thing. Everybody wants to be, you want to be a team player, but the guys that are going out there, they're trying to make it about themselves. They're not going to play in my program. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Sure. I get
That's my
that.
first don't. My
It's
first
about
don't
it's about we, not me.
every day. That's my first don't.
Yeah. I like that. You got
Yeah,
to be careful about those guys, man. And you got to be careful about the guys that don't uh that haven't gone out in a long time, right?
they're scary. They're
They're
scary.
scary. They're scarier than the
Yeah,
young pups, I think. Because the
if
young pups learn. I think the young pups learn a
they'll pucker
lesson.
out. Yeah,
The
they'll
young
pucker
pups
out.
either learn a lesson or tucker out. The guys that are like, I haven't like gotten off the leash in a long, long
Mhm.
time. They just open the front door and I'm running down the street chasing
They're
cars.
fucking terrible. They're honestly they're terrible. That's the correct assessment. If
Because
I had to rank them, it's like that.
they haven't been out in so long. They don't know when it stops.
Those
They
guys
don't
have
know when
nothing
to.
to lose.
They just keep swimming. They're just I'm just gonna keep going.
Either they end up in jail, they're gonna have to go down. They have to go to their bitch wife and three kids. They've nothing to lose. Those guys, they're gonna go out on their shield if they can, and that's dangerous. So I 100% agree. You got to keep an eye. I've been in one or two where you have the old guys, and I always keep my eyes on them. I
Yeah.
always got at the bar. They're always kind of making the girls uncomfortable at the bar,
Oh
and
yeah
it's
yeah
like,
yeah. Maybe hitting on it a little bit
but
too
here's the
hard.
deal: if you're an old, I'm not going to name names, but I have certain uncles that we've gone out to bachelor parties with, and you know what? They're a good time parade. They go out to the girls. They're buying the girls drinks. They're not creepy. They're just like the girls that come back want to dance. They're like, no, how about you go get 3 shots though? They're good. They funnel back to the boys,
Yeah, that's
and
good. You got to go.
those guys. If you could be an old guy and you can be like, hey, I'm going to spend a little money. I'm going to make sure all the guys have a good time. I'm going to go out with the girls, but I'm just going to be like, make sure the girls are taking. Hey, get him. Do you have a jacket? Do you know you ride home? Those are the good old guys to have. Like old guys that are trying to like crush some like 25-year-old chick that maybe put on like 30 pounds in the past year. Horrifying. Those dudes, you need like that's like in Call of Duty when like the little like fucking little thing appears above their head. Like you got to target those guys. I got to know where those guys are on the map. That's the first don't guy. And if you are that guy, look in the mirror, take a hard look because I don't want you at mine.
All right.
Enough said.
Dynamite drop in. So what else
Thanks.
what else did you
Broadcasting
have on
school's
your
really
list?
paying off.
That broadcast school is paying off. What else did you
Okay,
have
I got
on
some
your
do.
list?
I got a whole list of do's and I got some do's and don'ts. The next do is you got to be a glue guy, and there's not one glue guy on a trip. So on a bachelor party, and this is why bachelorette parties fail. Not to hammer the ladies, why bachelorette parties fail. Nobody there's a glue guy. Everybody thinks that they're most important to the
Yeah.
bachelorette.
Yeah.
For a glue guy, your main goal is to bridge the gap. You have your high school friends, you have your college friends, you have your work friends, you have the family. Okay, maybe this is the bride's brother. The glue guy brings everybody in. He's a conduit for success for the group. You need the glue guys because not everybody can be your nightlife general. You need the guys that are like, hey, doing stuff in the trenches, making everybody feel comfortable,
Sure.
And it's not even really making sure the groom's taken care of. Hey, do we make sure that he has a drink? Do we make sure he's not paying that tab? It's a glue guy, but he's also making sure maybe the guy that doesn't know anybody, hey, bring him in. And also, he's the first line of warning where you're like, hey, so and so's uncle's getting a little off the rails. Let's keep an eye on him. Let's maybe
Yeah.
we grab two guys, see if he goes near a bouncer. So glue guy's very important. Uh, I think this is a very easy don't, and I've never. This is also my bachelorette parties fail. Don't make the bachelor pay for anything. I'm talking drinks. I'm talking food. You got to pay your way. But if he's out, grab a Coors Light. There's 10 guys. Everybody can pitch in $20. It's simple. And like I said, I've never on a bachelor party. This is a problem. I think I have great friends. Whenever I've gone out with my buddies for birthdays, big days, it's never been a problem. But you hear these bachelorette parties, they go home and it's like it's like a goddamn accounting session. Do you know what Splitwise is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrifying. These fucking you get invoiced like I have to do my concur fucking expenses at the end of the month. It looks like that shit. I'm trying to expense what category and that shit. So don't do that. And then I have two final ones, and I have a
Okay.
do and a don't.
Okay.
The do, it's similar to the blue guy. It's find a role. What's your role in the group?
Hmm.
Are you the guy that cleans up all the empty wounded soldiers the next day? Are you the guy that cooks the meals, cooks breakfast? Are you the guy that plans the trip? Are you the guy that's the nightlife general? Are you the guy that goes and finds the group of girls and brings them over? What's your role? Because you got to have one. You can't have. It's like a basketball team. Not everybody can put up 40 points.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's got to get class.
Yeah. Just work
So I
on that
feel
corner
like
three and shuffle them feet on defense.
you get 100%. I feel like if I'm at a bachelor party, you're gonna find me. I'll be in the kitchen. I'll be helping out with the boys. I'm gonna help plan it. Find your
You're a
role.
great
Find out what
planner.
you
You're a
do.
great planner.
Thank you. Find out what you do and execute that plan. And I feel like
Now,
that's
can I
crucial.
ask you this before you move on to your
100%.
don't?
Yeah.
What do you think my role is?
Frankie, I honestly I see you as a big glue guy, and I can see you as a good facilitator for the boys. I feel like you would keep morale up,
Yeah.
and I feel like you would also you're a good guy to have in any situation. If we're going out to the bars, if we're going out, you're gonna make sure everyone's getting the Uber, you make sure everyone's home good, you make
Yeah.
sure everybody feels good. You're a glue guy. You make everybody, you just keep everybody
Now,
never too high, never too low.
what if we're gambling and my pick is a dead duck?
It, listen, misery loves company.
Okay.
You're gonna be losing your shit. You're gonna be cussing. You're gonna be begging for cigarettes, and I guarantee someone else is gonna have that pick. We're gonna be there with you.
Okay.
Now, you're not gonna be the guy that's gonna be throwing a bottle at somebody. So
No.
that's what we need. So you're gonna be telling everybody that your life's over. You're gonna kill yourself, and we're gonna have a fun time with it. That's
Okay,
what
yeah,
we're
that
gonna
sounds
get
about right.
there. And
And when I
then
collapse, like when I collapse in a brewery and like
yeah,
the
we got
bartender's like,
doctors.
"Is that guy okay?"
We got doctors. We'll get you back up.
Yeah, yeah. You guys like, "Oh no, he just does that. Don't worry, they just
He's
missed it.
fine.
They just blew a cover three up the
Yeah.
seam."
Urban Meyer's just in the corner, like that's my bit. Like he's two co-eds on his lap. He loves.
Dude, it is crazy. Say our boy
The final
Sambo, our
don't, and
boy
this is the most
Sambo
important
really
one.
nailed it. Our boy Sambo really nailed it when he goes, "You hate Urban Meyer because you are Urban Meyer."
You are. He's living your life.
Yeah. But go ahead with your last one.
He's living your life. Final don't, and this is a simple one. You don't ever tell a soul what fucking happens. You don't. It,
Wow.
it, it stays with there. It stays in the locker room, and that's easy. I'm
That's
not saying
awesome.
that anything bad's gonna happen, but you know what? Those stories are part of history. They're not, and it's good, bad, or ugly. Everyone's there to cut loose, have a good time. No one needs to know what Uncle Mike did on the bachelor party, and it's just good. You keep those stories in house. It gives you good like a good collective bonding. That's what the frats do. They know something on you, so you can't speak out against the boys.
It stays in the clubhouse.
Stays in the clubhouse. That's it. I think those are the do's and don'ts. I don't know if you had a few more, but that's what
I
came off the
did, but
top.
honestly, you nailed it so hard that like I don't even want to try to attempt to
Been to a lot of these.
go after that. But I do
Just,
I do have a question. We talked
I've been
about
to a lot.
I referenced earlier gambling with the fellas and such and what type of guy I am.
Love it.
Um,
None's better.
do you think, and this will lead into my next point, do you think I'm a good guy to watch sports with?
Depends on who we're watching it with because there's different types.
You
For
no,
me,
do
love
you
it.
think I'm a good guy to watch sports with?
Coming from my perspective, yes,
Okay.
I love it. Now, there's somebody else, Joe Blow, that's just coming watching a football game every couple weeks. No, you can't handle that. It's like you're watching, you're playing Call of Duty and your buddy's in like SEAL Team 6. You're not gonna want it there. A
Yeah,
little
it's a
too real
good
for
point.
you.
Good point.
But no, for me, I love it. I know we're living and dying on every play.
Yeah.
Big third down every quarter.
Oh,
What?
I'm in my house. I'm in my house like doing like I'm getting the crowd pumped up.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Fourth quarter,
I've
I'm
done the
putting the
thing.
fours up.
I've done the thing where we've both done the thing where I'm just like, you know what? I can't even watch this game anymore. Even if I'm in it, I got to turn it off. I got to watch something else.
Yeah.
Got to turn the Miami Ohio game on.
And I
Need to
and
change it up.
nothing is more sickening than late night, you know a pick is dying and you decide to like punt and not chase and you have like a couple parlay legs out there and you
Go to
go to
bed.
bed, you wake up, they both lose and you're just like, God.
Let me ask you, whenever you have to check, because I do that all the time. That's if you're not a real gamer unless you don't do that.
Oh
If
yeah.
when you
You,
go to
you
bed
wake
and
up
you wake up in the morning,
when you go to bed, you're like, I'm gonna go to bed right now. But then you wake up at
yeah,
3 a.m. because you always wake up to like go to
check
the
it.
bathroom or whatever.
Yeah.
I gotta check my score.
Well, let me ask you, do you check the bet? Like, do you go to like DraftKings or do you go to ESPN? Because you can't do both.
No,
Do you go to ESPN?
I go to ESPN.
So do I. You got it. You don't want to go to the app because then you
No,
see
you
that
can't
like
go to the app. It's
you see
cursed.
like you're like fuck. I was at 579. Now I'm at 620. You're like, oh, the number's the same, and it's fucking rude. You don't go back to bed.
No, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go to ESPN. I gotta look at the box score and what,
Yeah.
like,
See what
really,
happened.
if I really like want to make sure I don't sleep like Saturday night, Sunday morning, I look at like score summary
I love
or
play by
like
play. Love
play by
that.
play, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
you have got to be
Yeah.
kidding me.
What do you mean we're inside the 17 and we fumbled it? Oh, it's great.
Oh, oh,
It's what makes things the
dude,
best.
I have been waiting for college football for
I can't
like
wait.
8 months, and I'm like so pumped, but I'm also telling myself I was playing scenarios out in my mind, like getting myself ready. I'm like, as soon as that first pass interference goes against me, I'm
It's
gonna
over.
do a backflip. I'm gonna do a backflip.
You know what I love? I've built this in. This is what keeps our relationship so healthy. Is by about week 4, week 5, I've had too much, and I'll just like tell my fiance, I'll be like, listen, let's go get some pumpkins.
You're
Let's go
allowed
get
to
them.
have a bye week. They have it in real
And
life.
the thing is, she thinks it's for her, but I'm like, I'm so if I have to watch Arkansas play Tulane right now, I'm gonna put a gun in my mouth, and I'm just not gonna do it. So
Unfortunately,
you
I
know what?
will be
And it's
watching that in my
you will
cave.
be. You'll have it on. You'll have some like third quarter alt line spread on it.
Yep.
Sick. But that's it. I think you were talking about
I'm gonna talk
you were
about
asking.
yeah, real quickly, I want to talk about before we get to our week zero picks, and I don't know how many you have, but um I want to talk about the worst guys to watch sports with. The worst
Oh,
type of guys
I
to
got a
watch sports
list.
with.
I got a few.
Okay,
I got a few.
since you're feeling good, I'll let you take the lead.
This one's tough, and I feel like this is one where like this is like whenever your girlfriend, wife, fiance tries to like get you to hang out with other guys, and like, oh, they like sports. The worst time, and this isn't it is nothing against them because not everybody has to live like this. Within 30 seconds, you know whether a dude knows ball or not, and the
Yeah.
dude that doesn't know ball that wants to talk to you is tough. And because like you're like, oh, they're like, oh, you just like you go into a conversation, and you're like talking about the Stillers, and they're like, oh, is Russell Wilson still there? And you're just like, oh God, I'm gonna have this conversation. Or they're just like, they'll just say something like, man, is Antonio Brown still with him? You're just like, dude, this is tough.
Dude, come
The
on.
dudes that aren't, and not saying, listen, there's nothing against those guys. Usually nice guys. Maybe they have kids. Maybe they have maybe they have a job that keeps them busy. The guys where you have to make and you have to like dumb yourself down to talk to these dudes.
Oh,
Like you have to be like,
oh,
oh, like there'll be like a big penalty and they'll be like, it's pass interference. Like, no, it's not. The ball's tipped. It's not pass interference. Like, you got to explain that. And then like they're like, you clearly see a flag and the ball's coming back and they're celebrating. It's
oh,
tough,
dude.
and you got to kind of rein yourself in. And
I have
honestly, at this
been
age, I'll fuck with those guys.
I have been calloused by so much football watching that like anytime a big play
Yeah,
happens for me, I don't even celebrate. I'm looking for laundry. I'm like, where's the flag? Because I know something's coming.
looking for that yellow
Looking for that
line.
yellow ticker on because
And,
I'm
and
because they don't even say like flag. You just see like a yellow like indicator like pop up, and I'm just like, there it
yeah,
is.
pop
Like,
up. And like it's not that bad. Like if I'm watching football, I'm watching football with somebody that doesn't really know football and they're like asking you questions, that doesn't bother me. If someone's like, "Hey, what is this?" I'll explain it. But the dude that's like cheering and he's like, "Well, he's like that's a hold." Like it's not a hold. It's not, it's a
yeah,
screenplay.
yeah.
RPOs, they don't know the R it drives me up a wall because I have to be nice to him because you can't be a dick and be like, "Well, they get a yard and a half." Like you can't be that guy. That dude
Yeah.
sucks. That
Yeah.
would make me the worst guy.
Yeah,
But at the
exactly.
same time, you just kind of got to act like you don't, and it sucks.
There's
But
two. I got
that's the first one.
two.
Is a not knowledgeable. Give it to me.
I got two, and as like as self-admitted borderline addict, a guy
Yeah.
who's telling everybody about the bets he has on the game is not a fun guy to watch the game with. And unless you're there with a crew that's like we're all doing the same thing, or it's like we all have bets out there, like if you're just talking to a random guy like at the bar, like watching the game, he's like, so I got the spread here, and I got this, and I got that, and like I don't really care about that. And flip side to
Is it the
that,
same level as dudes that tell you about your fantasy football team?
it's flip side to that, the fantasy football guys, when you try to relate to me as
Yeah.
a gambler, you can't relate to
Yeah.
me.
It's not the same. No,
Like you're like, oh,
that's like,
I'm in a $50 buy-in league. Well, yeah, I got 500 on Kent State. So we're not the same guy.
that's the guy that plays fantasy football that tries to like talk to a gambling dude. That's like going to a fucking like Narcotics Anonymous meeting. Be like, oh, well, I hit a vape pen in college, playing in different leagues. You're
Yeah,
just,
bud.
it's not the guy who's like, oh, I'm in my family's 8 team flex league, and I'm like, I have $475 on North Texas first half money line.
Yeah.
Not only we're not swimming in the same water, we're in different planets.
Yeah.
But I will say,
Do
as
you
a
know who the
caveat,
coordinator is at Northern Illinois? Because I do.
yeah, Frankie's stalking him. He's on his LinkedIn. He's sending him death threats.
I'm just like, what was that call on 3rd and 2? Why is
What are you
everyone
doing,
running
kid?
sprint? Why is everyone running roll pass on a 2-point play? Change it up.
Although I will say, not to be that guy, I love nothing more than like watching a game and some guy's like, "Oh, are you like a big Texas fan?" You're like, "Just my wallet, buddy." Love that. That line hits every time.
That line hits. You know,
Every time.
I got a line. It's like the biggest jerk line of all time, but I heard it. A guy gambling in a bar one time. These two dudes, I think they were like either talking about different picks or what, like they had like dueling picks in a bar, and the guy that ended up winning, he goes, "I'm the guy you're trying to be," and I think I might add that to the
Love
bag.
that.
I think I might add that to the
That's
bag. Yeah,
I
well, I'm the
wouldn't
guy
I
you're
wouldn't
trying to
keep
be.
I would keep that as like a backdoor sweeper. I wouldn't throw that all the time, but that's a good one to keep in there.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
good
get
one to
me over
have.
curveball. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's a tough line. It's a tough line. But I would say the only one I have two more. The
okay,
worst types of people.
okay.
It's and this is it. I'm not breaking it. The multiple team guys that are like they're an Ohio State fan and then they love Duke
Oh
basketball and then
yeah,
they love the Cowboys
oh
and then
yeah.
they love the Yankees and then they love the Lakers. These guys suck.
Or it's
They're
like
not
I cheer
fans.
for Texas because I like them, but my
Yeah.
family's from Columbus, so I cheer for Ohio State.
It's not even that. It's more like they're just whoever's on top. Like they were the dudes that were repping Oregon in the 2000s, and then they had an Alabama T-shirt on, and then they had to go dust off their like Georgia fucking shorts. It sucks. I hate those guys. The best part of sports is suffering. I
I
don't care
agree.
how dirty. I don't care how dirty West Virginia does. I'm never going to be like, oh well, now I'm like an Ohio State guy. It's not it.
No, it's not gonna happen. I'm never gonna cheer for the only way. I honestly think about that. The only I thought about like if West Virginia, if something happened where it was like Penn State or Baylor, where they were covering up like heinous crimes, then I would probably be like, all right, freebie, who do I want? Like,
In terms of horrific sexual assault, I guess you do get a pick. But the dudes that are just all like, you're like, oh, you're like a Steelers fan, so you like the Pens are like, nah, dude, I'm fucking Edmonton McDavid. This dudes suck.
yeah,
They're the
yeah,
worst.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
suck.
yeah.
No, those dudes are jabronis.
Yep, I agree. All right, you got what was your last sports guy?
The only guy, and this is a very weird subset because I used to hang out. My buddy used to love going to like the old man bars,
Sure.
and this is kind of a knockoff of the boomer dudes that just won't go full on like racist and be like, I
Oh yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
guy
yeah,
because of this.
yeah.
They're just like, oh, I wish they would just hand the ball to the referee. Just go full on. Just tell me why you don't like the dude. I don't like the dog whistles. I'm not that. Like the old dudes that are just like, oh, I don't like they're like, I don't watch, football anymore because the quarterback's black. I'm like, you were a fan. Like, just go in, rock your fucking Terry Bradshaw jersey, and go hope that, fucking Caleb Johnson runs for 250 yards. I can't stand those dudes because I'm just like, you're a pussy. Just you want to pretend like, oh, I don't like it anymore, but you want to watch them. Nah, get off the fence. Either you're a fan or you just straight up are in some sort of like I don't know, some sort of hate group. But the dudes are just like, I remember when they played the game the right way. The game sucked. Guys were catching 63 passes all year and leading the league. Get them out there. I want all the skill.
I like that. I was listening to a podcast today and they were talking about college football in 2001, post 9/11, and how that affected everything.
Yeah.
And they talked about how Rex Grossman in the Florida Gators, like, he threw X amount of passes or whatever, and he was like third in the league in passes.
Mm,
And now he wouldn't even be like a top like 25 pass
no.
attempt guy. Also, Eric Crouch won the Heisman and only threw like 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns.
He did run a lot though.
Exactly. But that's
Boy had
disgusting.
wheels. Boy had some wheels.
All right. It's week 0.
Oh,
So
we just talk football?
what'd you say?
So we have to talk football?
We do have to talk actual picks, considering this
Yeah.
is a gambling show. I've
Yeah.
already done my weather reports. Weather looks good this week, even though there is a literal hurricane that I'm gonna have to take a train through tomorrow. Weather looks good for all the football, even the game in Ireland.
I got honestly, I love week 0. It's like opening your stocking before the Christmas gifts.
Yeah,
You're just excited no matter what you get. You're gonna get an orange and some fucking Andes mints, and you're happy as shit.
yeah, it doesn't
So
matter. It's a little
I have a couple
extra.
plays. How many plays do you have this week?
Right
I
now, I
want.
have one, but you know what?
Okay.
I want to add another.
I got 3. So I'm gonna let you start off and then I'll go next.
Mine, um, it's what we know versus what we don't know.
We love that.
And we know Sam Houston State is going to be terrible. And so we have Western Kentucky minus 10 at home against Sam Houston State. That's 1 unit. You can find that on ESPN Bet. It's minus 105, so a little bit less juice. You better get there before the the DGNYC bump.
You got Kansas minus 10?
No, I don't have Kansas minus 10. Western
Or what?
Kentucky.
Sorry. I'm looking at Kansas. Sorry. That's gonna
Western Kentucky minus 10.
sorry. I'm looking at my board right now. I'm actually keeping a spreadsheet this year instead of just writing it on
I
paper.
love
Like
that. Did you get all
so
our
we have
futures?
I have buddy, I have all our futures. I got tabs on this bitch. I got everything.
You're so
So
awesome.
I'm huge. All right. So we have Western Kentucky minus 10, 1 unit. All right. I'm gonna go into my first play, and we're gonna go late night because of course we are. It's week 0. I'm going Hawaii minus 2. Stanford in full rebuild mode. Is
Yeah.
Hawaii a great team?
No.
No. Is Hawaii the offensive juggernaut that they were? They were
No.
not.
Freshman
But
quarterback.
freshman quarterback, we're still on the island. Timmy Chang, we still believe he's still trying to get that run and shoot going. We did lose Traeger last year.
We did, but we have
But
veteran receivers that have been able to run these option routes for like 3 years.
Bango. We got Pollock back. We got McBride back. Defense return 7. I just don't believe in Stanford. This is a big rebuild for them. Uh, it's usually Hawaii against a power team, a power conference team. I don't love it, but the defense last year was about as bad as you could be. I think they were in the 120s nationally. I think Hawaii can sneak through. Give me Hawaii minus 2 for the fucking vibes, man. You can't.
I
How can you
love
take
that.
Stanford against Hawaii? That's just
I know
antithesis.
on the island.
See, that's not what we're here for. So give me Hawaii minus 2, 1 unit for that as well. We're not going crazy right now.
No,
What's your next one, or you want me to go?
you go ahead and with one, and then I'll give one.
All right, because these were so profitable for me last year, I think I went back and looked. I think if I would have just played these alone, I would have been up around 13 units. I'm doing these alt spread parlays,
Oh,
and I'm taking the
oh,
dogs. I'm taking the pups. So we're gonna have a little bit of a fight here, but we can both win. Fresno State plus 17.5. I love that pick. And then Sam
is this
Houston
like a
State
two-team
plus
teaser?
2 team teaser, and we're only moving it up 6 points, so we're actually not paying any negative juice. I think I got it plus 105, just kind of playing with the spreads. Fresno State plus 17.5. Sam Houston State plus 17.5. It is week 0. These teams start slow. Kansas, I believe. Let me pull up. I feel like Dr. Filming. I got some stats here I may or may not use. Kansas 0-3 against spread in non-conference games last year, 4-9 against spread in non-Big 12, and they've covered 1 of 6 openers. Kansas starts slow. Fresno State, the opposite, covered 4 straight, 7-2 as double-digit dogs, and this line went from 14 down to 12.5. So we're getting some good sharp movement. Kansas can score. Kansas certainly has the weapons. I
You think
don't
you think
know.
Daniel you think Daniel's actually like he's here for like his 7th year? You think he finally?
I can't believe he's still there. Betting against the dual threat always scares me. If you wanted to get frisky, if you had that same game parlay money, I would bump Fresno State up to 17. I'd play the over, and then I'd play Kansas like minus 7 in the first half because I think Kansas is going to start out. I think this one we're going to be looking for an old the old P Hub backdoor cover. So I think we're going to need every single one of those points. And then Sam Houston State. Well, I agree. Um, ah, Western Kentucky's going to throw that ball over the yard. Can we hold on? I don't think Sam Houston has any chance of pulling an upset. But I
No.
think if you'd rather give me the line at 3 or 17 and a half, I'm just going to lean towards us getting us getting a couple lucky bounces. Maybe we get a couple turnovers and we get that 17 and a half. Again, it's risky, but I'm playing it for one unit. And let's take the dogs. It's fun to root for some dogs on our week zero. We knew what happened last year with Florida State, so let's get some dogs.
It's true. Unfortunately, I got a Yinzer classic right here.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
The two team money line parlay
Love
at
it.
plus 100.
Let's hear it.
So we have Kansas at 6:30 at home against Fresno State, just playing an inferior opponent.
Yep.
Um, but you know what? First game of the year, let's get a little money on it. We got Kansas State winning in Ireland, Farmageddon against Iowa State.
And that's only plus 100?
That's only plus 100.
Okay.
That's the
Kansas State.
best
So we're
line
doing
you could get, too. That's the two best lines you can get.
I think I did play that. I think I have something similar that I did a little sunshine or sunflower
It was the
state parlay
sunflower.
on
Yeah.
sunflower parlay. So I like that. And that leads me to my next picks. And we are aligned on this, but I'm going to lay the 3. Give me K-State minus 3, 2 units. Um, I know everything about Iowa State. I think Iowa State could win this game. There's nothing shocking to me. If you had to ask me, Yinzer, what's more likely, Iowa State wins or K-State wins by 7, I'm going to lean towards K-State actually winning in a slight blowout. That could fall on my face. Rocco Beck's a great quarterback.
He is.
Avery Johnson, inefficient as a passer,
Both these
but the
teams,
dude
both
has
these
legs.
teams are kind of like the same. I mean, they're built like in the trenches and they're built on
Yeah.
like not turning the ball over and bending but not breaking on
And
defense. So they're kind of like the same
I
guy.
think
It's
this
a
is,
really cool matchup.
I think I was just gonna say this is such a fun matchup for a kick off the season, Big 12 matchup. But I really just like I just give me K State. I like the offense. I think Iowa State. I'm not sure if that offense can lead to some big plays. And I think a fun thing to play is maybe kind of look at the over in this if you want to just have some fun, play the over. But I really think K State gets it done. And you know what I said? It's the only thing is underdogs have won the last 3 in Dublin, which is scary because they're not priced correctly because you're not playing at home. The flight plays a little bit into it. But I like K State, and I've been on K State since the beginning. I'm not going to flop now, and I'm going to play them for 2 units just so I have a little juice in the
Wow.
game. So,
Wow.
just a quick recap: I have K State minus 3, 2 units; Hawaii minus 2, 1 unit; Fresno State, Sam Houston State plus 17 and a half, 1 unit. Dimes Man got Western Kentucky minus 10, 1 unit, and K State and Kansas money line. Is that for 1 unit?
That's one unit. That's the sunflower parlezy.
Sunflower parlays. I like it. And like I said, it's week 0.
It's week
Don't go
zero.
too
Don't
crazy
kid.
on
Don't
this.
don't don't go
Throw some
crazy with
money.
this.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Don't go.
This
We
is
don't
like
know. We don't know. We don't know.
exactly. You don't want to like listen. You don't want to blast off too early here. We gotta. It's a long season.
I've fallen prey to that trap before many times. Not a lot of second dates for your boy based off that. But I think we have some good. I think we have some good games. Enjoy the K State. Like I said, all the people that are going to say Iowa State, if Iowa State comes back and blows them out, I don't want to hear it. It's the first fucking game
I'm
of the season.
surprised none of
I'm
us.
going to go with what I know. I'm going with the nutshell.
I'm surprised neither of us have anything on Boise State, South Florida.
Is that game this week?
Yeah, 7:30.
What day?
It's
On
Saturday.
Saturday?
7:30. Yeah, dude.
Really? I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even have that game on the schedule.
Oh man, that's a
Are you
bad
sure? Are
look
you
for
sure
us,
about
isn't
that?
it? Dude, the over under it's 64, man. We get that under. You talk about over unders at 60 something or
Dude, that game's on August 28th.
oh, it says 23 on action.
No, that's
All
what
right,
I'm
I'm
talking.
dumb. We're done. Hey, it's week
Yeah,
0. We're getting loose. All right.
we're getting everything out of here.
All right. I'll
That's
I'll
it,
see you.
big
I'll,
brother.
I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.
See you, big
Peace.
dog.